Hi Julia, what's here? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to have another look at the Elizabeth Craft Designs Planner Essentials, the new Botanical Blend Collection. I'm going to be making a page celebrating a birthday. And so we're going to be using quite a few stamps and the die from this new set, which is CSD421 Celebrations 2, which is the stamp and die set, and you can see the die there, which matches the little girl holding the cake there. And you will find it over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk, and you will also find it over at ecraftdesigns.com in the US. And if you enter code Julia Watts Crafts in the discount code at checkout, on all orders over $25 you'll get 10% discount. Also it's available at ecraftdesigns.eu, and if you put discount code Julia Watts Crafts -EU in the discount code box at checkout, you'll get 10% discount on orders over €25. So let's look at what we're going to be using. My base page is from the new Botanical Blend paper pack. I always forget to get something. It's Reminiscence the Book 9, which is really beautiful. As the collection's called Botanical Blend, there's lots of botanicals in this, and looking at wildlife as well. And I have used some of my papers. These are all the papers rather than the card, and you do get the same designs in the cards as the paper. But you can see you've got lots of pinks and teal, blues. You've got lots of portraits here, beautifully cut out. There's creams and yellows in here as well. Really great mix. Obviously these are journaling cards for you. Really beautiful and very usable, and in an A4 format. So in the full-size planner you will get a full-size page out of this with a little bit extra to spare. And you get 32 double-sided sheets in 120 GSM, which is the paper, and 32 double-sided sheets in 250 GSM. So you get 64 pages in these books. So that's why they're a bit more expensive than the 12 by 12 paper pads, which are just 12 sheets. But these do last a long time, and they are fabulous. So that's the paper that I'm using. Well, I've used one of the card, and you can see on the back I've got sort of roses and stuff like that. So I'll probably do kind of a garden centre visit page on the back. But we're using this one, and I've used this die set here, 2280 page with large tab 1. And obviously when you cut it, you can cut it with the tab at the top, or you can cut it with the tab at the bottom, which is what I've done here. And the other base page, which we are going to use elements of, is this one, and that tab fits in the middle. So you've got kind of 3 tabs across the 2 die sets. I was going to use some of the letters, but I'm not sure if they're going to actually fit in on my page. So it's funny, isn't it? You start with an idea, and then it just goes completely off tangent. So anyway, that's the base page that I've used. Let's pull out somewhere. And we're going to be using some elements from this one here. We're going to be using this specimen card die, and we're going to use the backer from it as well. And this is 2281 page with large tab 2. So as I said, this has got the tab in the centre. So I think I am going to do a little bit of stamping, but I think what we're going to do is put the elements together first and actually stick them on and stamp afterwards. So I've already inked around the edges with my Scorched Timber Distress Oxide to save a little bit of time, which I do have on my website, and it's available at a great price at the minute. And I've cut out of a teal card, which I thought would go with this really well, the backer die. So this die, the backer die, out of the teal card. Again, this is from 2281 page with large tab 2. And then I've cut the specimen card, which is this die here, out of red card, because the photograph I'm using, which is my son Nathan, he's got a red top on, and he's got kind of teal coloured trousers, and there's teal and red in the background there, so I thought that would kind of fit in quite nicely. So that's why I've chosen those colours and the base page from the Botanical Blend. Now when I cut these, normally what I'll do is I'll stick a photograph in there so it fills that area. But when I actually printed these, I printed 4 to a page, and they were a bit small. They were longer than the aperture, but they were too narrow. So all's not lost. Rather than print them off again, I have trimmed them, and I've also done a mat which I've inked around the edges of, and then that's going to sit nicely in the centre on top of my mat. So all is not lost. All is not lost. If you don't know what you're doing, you just print photographs off like I do sometimes, and yeah, you have to then improvise. So this is me improvising. So we're going to stick this to the backer, just using some good quality PVA, and this one is from Sentimentally Yours. Don't worry about that, I'm going to get rid of the excess. I'm not going to make a mess. I'm not going to get glue all over the place. So I'm going to pick it up, because I know there's glue underneath. Get rid of the excess. Don't leave it too long though. And then we can pop this on here. It should fit nicely. It is worth thinking around the edges of both pieces, just in case. And then we're going to pop these two pieces together. I'm being very brave in using glue on photographs. I don't normally like doing it, but the number of photographs I put on not straight drives me nuts with the tape. So we're going to do it so we can move it. See, that looks fab on there. And a bit of the scorched timber around the edge just gives it a bit of a vintage feel. And then this is going to go in the centre. And we are going to do it this way up, so that we've got the little hole in the top left. And I've just used a corner rounder punch. It's not exactly the same sort of edge as this one. This is a smaller round, and this is a bigger one, but it's fine. I think it fits. I think it goes quite nicely in there. So those are the candles when they're lit, and if anybody's ever been to a birthday party at TGI Fridays, let's pop this under here for me. If anybody's ever been to a TGI birthday party, they get the birthday person, child or adult, to stand on a chair, and then all the staff come around and they clap, and they do like the happy birthday song. It's not happy birthday to you, it's like happy 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 happy. They do all that and they clap, and it's very loud, and the whole restaurant joins in. All the people who are eating, they all join in as well, and then you blow out your candles, and it's embarrassing but a lot of fun. And I don't think Nathan would like it nowadays, but when they're young, it's a lot of fun, and it's a great memory to have. Well, I think so. You might disagree, but I think so. He did come in here while I was prepping this, and he's saying, "Really, Mum? Really? Do we need to do that? Can't we move on? No, we can't. I have actually got a 12 by 12 scrapbook page with these photographs on already, and I have this is actually a photograph of that photograph that's in my 12 by 12. But you know, planners are 12 by 12s are lovely, but planners are a lot more portable and they don't weigh as heavy, and you can get more in them. So I think I do prefer planners, certainly nowadays. It's been a very long time since I've done a 12 by 12 page, but it's nice looking back on them. Right, so this is our second one. Okie dokie. See if that's straight. So this is after Nathan's blown the candles out. You can see they're all dead now. And he looks quite pleased with himself. Right, so in the this stamp set, this wonderful stamp set, which as I said is CSD421 Celebrations 2 stamp and die set. We've got this lovely girly here, and I'm not going to stamp. I'm not going to do any of the stamping that I've already done because you know how to stamp. But once you've stamped her, what I do is I pop this over the stamped image, which is just a cut out of that, and then I secure that, and then I pop the die in. So the die gets popped in afterwards with the nice gap around the edge, and secure that, and then I run it through. That's how I do it, and that's how I've always done this sort of stamping and cutting. And I have already stamped this one up here, cake time. So I put, it says who, and I put Nathan, where and when, TGI Fridays, 8th birthday, and you've got all the bits and pieces on there. So we've got that, and I've also stamped these down here, celebrate birthday and let's party, and I've cut those out as well. And I've just used it's called Warm Stone, the card, which is from Sentimentally Yours. So I've done that. So I know what my layout's going to be, and as I said, because I want a certain layout, I don't want to stamp first because I might not be able to put my images and things down exactly where I want them. So my favourite reinforcers are there. So let's grab these again. So we want to make sure we do this in the right order. So this is going to go up here. Got something underneath there. That's a pin. This is going to go up here, top left, and this is going to go here, down here, bottom right. I need to make sure I leave enough space for the reinforcers, and then I'm going to pop this in the centre here, and then she's going to come in here, bringing in the cake, and we're going to have celebrate at the back. I'm going to bring birthday down here, I think. Yes, I think we're going to have birthday right down the bottom, and then we're going to do some stamping in between there. So let's get this stuck down. And then we hope that I am going to do the stamping in the stamping platform, so we can get it right. Do the glue on the back of this as well while we're at it. So obviously you can fiddle around with the layout to your heart's content. Until you're happy with it. Straight would be nice, but we'll see. Not everything has to be straight, does it? I would like these straightish. Okay, good. And then we'll bring these in. quite good actually to have a lot of these just stamped out and ready to go. Once again, I've edged them with the Scorched Timber Distress Oxide already, just to save a little bit of time. And just cut them out with scissors, they're easy enough. And because you ink around the edges after you've cut them out, if your cutting out isn't brilliant, then the inking actually does hide it for you. Hide any imperfections. Let's have a look. That one's straight to me. I love the colours of this. And we'll just have that right up there. Now it is going over 2 layers of card, so you know, you could use a very, very thin foam tape if you wanted. I'm not going to. And my birthday down the bottom. Oh, I forgot. I was going to pierce a hole in that. I always forget something. And I'm going to put some twine in. So I'm not going to put twine in because I've already glued it. But I have got some little tiny reinforcers. And these are cut using one of the teeny little dies in the box envelope from the Once in a Lifetime collection. I should mention that there is a full list of what I've used in the description of this video. So you can find whatever you need with the actual item numbers. So you can search either my website or the Elizabeth Crafts Designs website with the number, and you'll find them easier that way rather than having to type out the whole name. Okay, so let's get her on as well. So she's going to be standing on this ticket thing. So that grounds her. Looks good, doesn't it? Very happy with this. It's good when a plan comes together. Don't want that on there, do I? Bit of skin from the glue. I am going to get rid of some of that glue because I don't want the page will warp a wee bit if there's too much glue. So less is more sometimes. So you stand there, leave enough room for my reinforcers. Yeah, I'll have her down a little bit on there like that. There she is. Beautiful. Love it. And now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. I might do a little bit of stamping there as well. So we're getting there. Quite a quick video this one because I've already prepped everything and forgotten to do stuff, obviously, like the little bit of twine. Obviously twine's optional, you don't have to have twine if you don't want it. And I'm going to decide I don't want it because I've forgotten it. Right, let's have a look. See what I had a plan, but whether it's going to all fit or not, I don't know. So I was thinking we might have It's Your Day, and also a photograph captures it all. In fact, we might have a photograph captures it all and then It's All Day, It's Your Day separate, because then we split up the text that's the same, the font that's the same. So, let's have this here like that. Okay, that's right. This is the danger of stamping once you've actually finished. If you mess it up, you mess your whole page up. But stamping platforms really help. Oh, very messy. Okay, let's have a look at this. Ah, that's perfect, absolutely perfect. Smashing, love that. So, don't want the gluey one, I want another one. Let's get another one. Quick wipe before I pull it off. Now I'm wondering, actually, I'm going to change my mind because I've already cut out. Do you remember I said to you I wasn't sure if I'd be able to use these words or not? And I've got some already in my book. Where is it? Here we go. I've already cut out. So I've got XOXO, which isn't actually on that one. It is on this one, which is the 2279, the I think it's Traveller's Notebook folder, TN folder it's called. I'm not sure what the full name will be. So I have got this, or I've got You, and I've also got Loving. So let's see if Loving would fit. Excuse me, little frog. No, it's too big, so I won't be able to use that one. Don't know how much sense this is going to make, you see. XOXO. That's quite nice, isn't it? Do we think? Let me turn that. I was going to stamp, yeah, but I can stamp. I can stamp here as well. Oh, frog! Excuse me, knocking the camera. Let's put XOXO there. So it brings in the red as well. And I'm not going to put that part in yet until we fill it in. So it's still in my stamping platform now. We've got black here. And a bow. These are all on the self-adhesive, I've used the self-adhesive roll actually. I've got the 2.5 inch and 4 inch, I think that's the sizes. Or you can use the self-adhesive sheet. The Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I've said this long before I was a stockist and before I was on the design team, that I think it's the best self-adhesive sheets on the market, because it's made for die cutting. Some of them don't work so well with die cutting, but the ECD one does, because obviously that's what it was meant for. Then we got XOXO. I quite like that. I quite like that. Bit more red. Right. That's that. So we are going to do a little bit more stamping, because I want to do something just in between where these reinforcers are going to go. So we could have It's a Good Day, that fits. Or we could have It's Your Day. That just about fits. Just about. Do I want to risk that, or do I want to put... Let's have it It's Your Day. Of course we can. Just want to make sure that I will be able to get my reinforcers on without going over it. If I use the little tiny thin ones, I should be good. That looks straight. Okay. Bit of stamping just finishes the page off nicely. And it gives you different levels. I mean, these are a higher level than those, which is quite nice. And although it's a very, very dark, or quite a dark paper, not as dark as on the back, it is quite nice just to have a little bit of extra text on here. Let's wipe that again, because I think I'm such a mucky stamper. It's your day. And of course, if you really wanted to, because these letters are open, you could actually colour them in if you wanted to. If you've got something like a gel pen, you could colour it in, and it would show up quite nicely. It's your day. I might go just again, just so it's a little bit darker, and make another mess. I'm not going to colour the girly in because I think she pops quite nicely uncoloured. I know Esther doesn't tend to colour in, and I'm quite pleased about that. Right, so we've got It's Your Day, and we've got a gap here. So we're going to partially fill that gap with another stamp from the set. And we've got HBT2Y, happy birthday to you. So we can have that there like that. I'm going to make that bit darker as well. Don't really need to, but I'm just going to, just because that background paper is quite dark. There we go. Smashing! I'm very pleased with how this has turned out. I'll put this away quickly and show you. Oh, need to put my reinforcers on, and that will then bring it back. And I've got some reinforcers I've cut out of the red card. Let's put that there for a second so you can see. I've got a little tray with the ones I'm using with this collection. Bang! Bang! Right, so I've got some little red ones here. I was thinking I was going to use some of these, but I think these are going to be too big. Yeah, they're too big. I don't want to use those. We're going to use 6 of these small ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, they've got double-sided adhesive on the back. And the holes always want to get in on the action. Come here. And this bit of red on the reinforcers will just make everything tie in nicely, I think. Let's get rid of that sticking to me. Obviously, you could rejig this layout and you could fit in some of the letters that do actually come with this base page 1. So I'm sorry I didn't use any of those, and I used them from a different set, but you get the idea, don't you? It's good to have lots of things cut out, and you can just change your mind as you go. Bit that's a hairy bit. I call them hairy bits, you know, the sort of shards of card that seem to cling. There's another one there. There we go. I'm very pleased with that. Very happy with that. I like that better than my original 12 by 12 page. So, see some of the detail on there. I could add some little bits on there, maybe do some writing. Or what we could do is, I wonder if, I was wondering whether this 8 would fit, but I might just use an 8 from, this is from the pockets too, the little numbers, and we've got the alphabet as well. Hairy bits on that as well, so we could have an 8 here or an 8 here. I don't know, there's a big space, isn't there? I'll have to give that some thought. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put that there or not. I might write on it. I don't know what I'm doing. No idea. I might actually see if there's any more stamps that will fit on there. But I'm going to stop this video for now, otherwise I'm going to faff around for another half an hour. But you get the idea. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed it. As I said, you can find the products over on my website, juliawattscrafts.co.uk, for shipping to UK addresses only. You can also find them over at ecraftdesigns.com, and remember, there's that discount code Julia Watts Crafts in the discount code box at checkout for 10% discount of orders over $25 or more. And you can also find them at ecraftdesigns.eu, again with the code Julia Watts Crafts -EU in the discount code box at checkout. You can get a 10% discount on orders over €25. Do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, which is where you are now. I do love to read your comments, and watch out for some more videos. Thank you for watching.